Hello, Bingo-thon and Sunshine community. Welcome back for the third bingo match of the day between Denial and Tanuki. I'm Golden Devil, and here with me is Mojungo.
Yeah, both the part of the first match, and this time I can hear your voice.
Yeah, it's much better on this side than playing. A lot less
Yeah,
stressful.
yeah, a lot less stressful for sure, but playing bingo is also fun. We got a draft match today, and so very shortly, once we reveal the card, we will start the draft portion of the game, where through a snake draft, each players will end up with 5 goals apiece that they have sole dominion over for the first 30 minutes of the match, and they cannot delay those goals ever, even after the 30 minutes. And so it leads to some interesting routing because there's certain goals you don't have to rush and you can route in more efficiently. You can play it more like a non-lockout for the first 30 minutes for certain goals, but there are still goals you will want to rush. And so it's a very solid format and leads to some more interesting matches for sure.
Yeah, I always like watching draft because I think you see some interesting routing from all the players. Looks like they're getting ready to start the draft, but let's at least, well, the card's about to pop up, so we can talk about the card first and then talk about the players later.
For sure. All right.
So, my understanding of draft is generally you want to pick goals that are easy to get in the first 30 minutes. Um, and again, like you said, things you can route in. So,
Yes. So, like right off the bat, the 2 goals I'm looking at are 11 Delfinos and 5 linked pairs. And so, yeah, Denial's going to go for 5 linked pairs. Um, Part of Tanuki Mario's next set of 2 goals, because he gets 2 now, should be 11 Delfinos. I'm still trying to figure out what another good goal for the first 30 minutes would be. Um, this card's not looking too strong for them.
yeah, there are a few things I see. I mean, NPC blues in 30 minutes is not terrible. 2 rocket unlocks is doable with the Rico Bianco. Um, 1 Rico hidden and 2 Gelato hiddens are both things you can do in the first 30 minutes as well. Um,
Yeah, Rico Hayden's looking pretty good. Um, all right, and we see. Let's see. Rico hidden and 2 Gelato hiddens. And yeah, Denial's gonna jump all over the 11 Delfino. Um,
yeah,
Tanuki Maru, they're newer, so still I
yeah,
think getting used to, what all the goals mean. But, you know, 2 hidden from Gelato and 1 Rico hidden shines are not bad goals, and it's by no means a backbreaker.
yeah. And with 4 hiddens on the card, that gets you most of the way there.
Mm-hmm. That's a
It
very good point.
it definitely telegraphs what Tanuki is going to do a little more than Denial, who just clicked 2 rockets, which is almost certainly a Bianco Rico play as well.
Yeah,
Um,
2 rockets is good because you take a little bit of power out of the Rico hidden play, just because you'll want to do that as well. And yeah, it's just not a bad goal to get.
yeah, and Tanuki took 7 enemy blues, which you've got to
It's not.
get four. You have to get the 4 Enrico, the Bianco one, Gelato one, and Pinna, right?
Yeah, if you want to do Rico Bianco, it's certainly not a bad goal.
Yeah, you stop in Gelato and then get to Pinna and get the 7th there.
And then I actually really like 8 episode shines. I haven't seen too much of Tanuki Mario, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming they're the slower player.
Yeah, that's correct.
So getting 8 episode shines means that you'll get that goal eventually, and if you can get that within the first 30 minutes, what they might be able to do, um, it gives you a shot at getting that goal that you otherwise probably wouldn't be able to get.
Yeah, and we saw Denial clicked 4 hidden shine, um, and Rico 100. Um,
I'm not sure how I feel about Rico 100. Seems like a little bit of a throwaway. Um, I am looking at chat. Di Pianta actually does look pretty decent. You got Piana Shadow Mario and NPCs and birds and where was it? Butterfly as well. So all those are good. Also, Bianco, you got to go deep for Bianco Shadow Mario as well. So could also see some Bianco play. Oh, and six pipes for the Piana part. I completely missed the pipes.
Yeah, and once you get Pianta Shadow Mario, that's also a fast hidden for 6 hiddens.
Mm-hmm.
As someone in chat pointed out, unfortunately, the 8 episodes don't have a lot of synergy with the hidden shines because hiddens don't count as episode
That's
shines.
true. That's true. Yeah, I think neither player's drafts are bad, but I certainly favor Denial's draft more, especially locking up 4 hiddens for at least the draft period. Whether they go for 4 hiddens, I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean, I think the 4 hiddens goal may just be Denial trying to stop Tanuki from going for a fourth one. Um, with 7 enemy blues, I think Tanuki is at least signaling going into Rico 4, which would give access to 4 hiddens. It does look
yes,
like Tanuki's stream is frozen right now. Hopefully that will get fixed.
Yeah, I was
Trying to
looking
think.
at the formats both these players have played, and looks like Denial has played. I forget exactly what the numbers were. I just looked at it 15 minutes ago and forgot. But I know draft has been something both players have played and has been probably each player's most played format. So a format that they're either comfortable with or somehow just keeps getting picked by the players they play against. But either way, both should be in practice.
Yeah, I think the thing that's interesting with these drafts is I think Tanuki is really signaling where he's going to go, which is
Mhm.
a Gelato Rico play uh, with maybe going and getting the Pokey and Bianco as well. Um, Denial definitely has a little more freedom. I think we're going to see Denial go into Bianco and Rico to get the rockets, but with Denial's draft, Denial could decide to make a Pianta play before doing that.
Yeah. I think the smart play if you're Tanuki is to avoid 2 Gelato Hidden Shines. Because going deeper in Bianco is probably your better bet just for NPC blues as well. At least that's how I see it. 2 Hidden Shines in Gelato, they're nice, but you can also just go do them later. And on the other side, Denial probably wants to do some Gelato Hiddens as well. So it's something to easily clean up if you're Denial. But I think 2 Gelato Hidden Shines is the one goal that Tanuki could avoid the most.
Yeah, I think, just taking a look at some of the other goals on this card, we talked about Pianta, but Bianco definitely feels like a strong world as well. With 5 red coin shines, 4 secrets, 6 hiddens, and Bianco Shadow Mario as well.
And 7 Bluebirds.
Yeah, birds and butterfly. I think you obviously get pipes in Pianta, but Bianco may actually give you a little more value. Um, you know, Bianco 8 is not the fastest red coin, but it's a red. You can do 3R, 4, 6 is a hidden or as a secret and or a hidden. So there,
Honestly, I
and
don't know if I want to see either player do Bianco 8. That's a rough shine sometimes.
that's true. I have never done it, but the strategy is definitely difficult. The other thing I'm looking at here really is there's not a lot of pin value on this card other than getting Yoshi for the butterfly, um, and potentially pin a 2.
Yeah, I think A lot of times I see 3 from 4 as a very good pinnacle because a lot of times when you're in pinna, you want to get 3 shines at least. So I think 3 from 4 also helps play into pinna. So it's some hidden synergy there that I think a lot of people miss out on sometimes. So I think pinna's it's not great, but it's not terrible. And like you still got to go there for to finish out bluebirds and stuff. So
And
you
like,
know, pinna's got stuff.
yeah, and I mean, Noki only has Goldberg Shine. Um, and I mean, I guess if hundreds in a boss is still up at the end, you could do that in Noki too. But I have to imagine with Rico 100, it you're going to do Rico 100 and get the double click.
You would think, but same time, Rico 100, not a very fast 100. Uh, Noki 2, very fast. But I don't think, man, it's tough to say because it's such a large time sink to do Rico 100s. And if you plan on doing it early, it's going to set you behind. And it's not something you really want to do early unless you have to. And I don't think it's a situation where you have to do Rico 100s early.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good thing, right, with the draft is Denial could do that at the end of the draft period, um,
Hmm.
and set up to get to Pinna, get the links, get the 11 Delfino blues. Um, the other thing I'm noticing is I don't think there's any reason to enter Serena other
Yeah,
than other than
yeah,
to get the two Nokis for 5 NPCs.
yeah. I think I have to agree with you on that one. Piana is just objectively better in every way. Like four secrets, you could do Serena too, but there's really no reason to. Uh, I think.
Yeah, I mean, especially both players probably are going to want to do Pinna 2. Gelato 1 is easy. Both players will probably want to go to Bianco.
At least one of them is going to get somewhat close to Rico 4, at least with enemies or for rockets or something. So you're not going to be too far away from. Uh, Wait, what are we talking about again? I just lost my train of thought.
or secrets.
Four secrets. Yeah, you're going to be close to a weird secret in order to round out your four secrets.
Yeah. So looks
We're
like Denial
playing.
is frozen now, but Tanuki is opening up Bianco. We'll see hopefully when Denial stream gets sorted out.
Yeah, in draft, opening up Bianco, great way to start. Minimizing event cutscenes, always a great way to optimize your beginning part of the draft period of 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think as we discussed, you know, well, you've got to open up Bianco to get to Rico anyway and Gelato, but there is reason on this card to at least do Bianco 2 before you go into Rico. Although I guess if you're Tanuki with your speed, you might be a little concerned that could cost you to the hidden goals.
Yeah. I'm trying to look on this card. One thing that I was a slower player last season, and one thing that always helped me as a slower player was I guess I'm still a slower player. I'm just not as slow now. But just Delfinos are just a great crutch to help keep your shine totals up. So that way you don't lose out to stuff like Pinna and Noki. And on this card, there's really I don't is there where are there's like no Delfino like total shine goals on this card. I think because
Better than
26 shines is
26.
there, but that's such a long way off that it doesn't really help as like an intermediate goal to help you get to somewhere.
Yeah, and I think, as we discussed, there's not huge Pinna value, and so I think Tanuki got somewhat fortunate on this card that, you know, with a speed disadvantage, losing to Pinna is not going to be a huge loss. Yeah, there are cards where Pinna and Noki are really strong, and being the slower player really hurts because it's just hard to beat your opponent there. I think Denial's stream is also potentially delayed. Hard to tell right now.
Yeah, it is hard to tell. Denial's dropping some frames, but we will press on and still enjoy this match.
Yeah, Tanooki's gonna go fight Petey and Bianco too, uh, which with everything on this card is a good setup.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no point doing a Rico Rush in draft when you don't have to. Just if you need to go to Bianco, you might as well get the first two shines out of the way. So no complaints from this call at all.
Tanooki is having a little bit of a rough time with that wall kick, which, as someone who has recently started out, it is definitely harder than you would think to get that. Just getting the right angle to get a wall kick, surprisingly hard in this game.
Yeah. And not just in that place, in a lot of places.
Yeah, the physics of Super Mario Sunshine are not always the best. We see Denial entering Bianco as well. I imagine we'll see Denial at least pick up the link here in Bianco too.
Yeah. Getting a LinkedIn Bianca 2 is better because you don't have to deal with cycles at all, in my opinion. So I think I think it's a little bit more out of the way, but you make up that time not having to, worry about cycles as much. Man, I like draft, but during the beginning part when it's just doing the general setup, it does take a while to get into. I know when I play draft, I always have my little route. I usually get a sheet of paper and just jot my route out and try to figure out how to most efficiently get through the draft period and get to pinna. So I usually route out my 10 shines or so on a sheet of paper just because you can do that more in draft when you're not reacting to as many things.
Yeah, and
And
you get a lot of time to look at the card during the draft. So
yeah,
setup, you get to do a lot more setup.
yeah, and so during the draft for me, or the planning period in all the opening cutscenes, I'm actually just doodling on a sheet of paper like what shines I need to do, what I need to get from each level, so that way I'm doing less thinking and more playing because I play faster when I don't have to think.
Yeah, and I
Um,
think the thing I've heard people say is one of the hardest things with the draft is learning what you can actually do in the first
oh, for
30
sure.
minutes. We've seen people we've seen people click, you know, 12 level shines, which is a tough one to do sometimes. Or, other goals that seem doable but maybe may take you off your track. Like, I mean, I've seen stuff like 60 totals clicked. And um, I think the thing I've heard people say is as you get a lot more experience, you figure out what's doable and how you can route it in.
Yeah, and because certain goals are protected, it lends itself to maybe seeing some of those weird clicks earlier on.
Yeah, and we
All
see
right.
Tanuki now going for Bianco 3. So not going to Rico yet.
Well, they still need one more shine to get to Rico.
Oh, that's a good point. And this gets a secret.
Yes.
Denial's also going into Bianco 3. Looks like we've got his stream deck for now.
It's looking pretty good, actually. I think. I'm assuming we're behind. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think we're definitely still behind. Once we see some clicks, we'll be able to tell better.
Yeah, and I think also just when we can see shine counts and things. Tanuki is taking it safe, which is my strategy in Bianco 3. Always a good choice.
You'll get to the point where taking secrets safe is more dangerous than just doing the muscle memory and going fast. it, it hits you quick going when you start practicing these levels and getting faster at it. I promise you.
Yeah, no,
All right.
Tanuki's gonna go open up Rico. Uh, Probably do Rico 1, 2, and the hidden in 2, and then I imagine we're gonna see Tanuki try and get the 2 gelato hiddens. Um,
So if Tanuki's trying to be savvy, they could hold off doing the hidden in 2 and save it for doing it in Rico 4R. So that way it's a red coin shine. And that would be like a savvy draft play to do if you're Tanuki.
yeah, especially because Rico 3 is not that slow, and on top of that, you get 4 enemies in Rico 4, which is definitely in Tanuki.
Exactly. Exactly. Granted, Rico 4R, I would say a little harder than Rico 2. And when you got nerves, I know I struggled as a beginner just with Rico 4R, so something to consider in the decision making on what these players do.
Yeah, we have seen Rico 4 claim a lot of lives during this season. So I saw Denial enter somewhere, but his stream cut out again, so I'm not totally sure where he is. Um,
Well, if I had to guess, looks like Mario's retinas got blasted by the sun, so I would guess Noki because you got to look at the sun to enter Noki. But oh no, I guess we're in Rico.
he's in Rico. It looks like he's getting some of the blues as he goes. Um, we didn't talk about blues that much on this card because other than, there's Delfinos, enemies, links, NPCs, but there's no level specific blue gold. So
Yeah, blues not too strong, but uh, there are blues that you'd want to get. I would say the ones in Rico that you just, at least in Rico 1 along the way to the blooper fight, are good ones to get. You get the episode 1 specific M's, you get a few more M's, maybe get one half of the linked in the fountain and some more M's on the way up. And then, that's a good amount of M's, and you don't really much time. And, you know, 26 shines are on the card, so getting some blues to help bolster that also helps, as well as the blue total goals.
yeah, that's true. It's just a question of balancing the blues with the other goals you're going for.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Especially like on this card, because there's no level specific blues, it's not really worth going out of your way, say in Bianco or Gelato or even Pinna. Other than enemies, links, and NPCs.
Yeah, picking up the easy ones in those levels you just mentioned, always a useful thing to do, just to, you know, not 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 or just to keep up with, the blues total part of the game. All right, Tanuki
Tanuki had
staying
a
in Rico.
yeah. The question I think here is you can see Tanuki do 2 and 2 hidden or for 4.
I'd love to see the foreplay.
Yeah, I do feel like with 8 episode shines on the card, with enemies on the card, the gelato hiddens definitely take away from some of the progress for those goals. Um, and maybe you want to prioritize it after doing Rico 4 hidden.
Man, the more I look at this card, the more I think, man, we're not giving this card enough credit for how difficult it is. It's got a lot of big numbers on it. Like 7 enemies is a big number, 5 red coin shines, 6 hiddens, 4 secrets. Those are all larger numbers. It's none of the small numbers you normally see. So, this card is
Yeah,
trickier than I think we initially gave it credit for.
yeah. I mean, six hidden of late game goal. 5 red coins takes some time. Even 4 secret takes some time. This is definitely a card that's going to require them to go deep in a world or two. I think, like we said, Bianco and Pianta are certainly good candidates for that.
I like to point out that before the shine count ticked up to 5, Tanuki Mario had 4 yellow coins, 4 blue coins, and 4 shines, and I thought that was very oddly satisfying. All right, Denial also in the blooper race. We don't know how far behind Denial is, but I assume they're not this far behind. If anything, they're kind of even.
Yeah, we see them both riding the blooper, which
Yeah, I ride the
is a
blooper.
good strat.
It's honestly not that much slower.
Well, especially if you're not good at blooper lists, it can be faster. So
true. All right. Okay, Denial leaving.
Denial,
Never mind.
maybe going back. Unfortunately, both streams seem to have frozen out.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but I'm struggling to find words right now. Oh, here we go.
There's
Okay.
Denial going back in for Rico 3.
Floha, do you just want to call a technical pause? Just to
That's
sort
going to
this
be
out?
tough though, because
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like
that would be tough.
they're going to respond differently. I mean, Tanooki's on webcam. I just worry that's going to add more uncertainty.
True.
It looks like Denial fell off the crane, going for, or maybe just fell off going for the
rocket.
the blues and the rocket.
Yeah, I mean this one. It's looking like he bonked his head on the bottom of the girder, and that kills all your horizontal momentum. And so it looks like Denial was gonna have to drop back down to the crane and do another spin jump up, which we're probably not gonna be able to see. But Tanuki Mario, man, I don't even know what they're doing. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Come on, hover up. Okay, Denial's good. So yeah. How are you doing, Golden Devil? Oh, we got the rocket.
Yeah. Denial having a little of a hard time getting up to the shine. Although I think
It
most
happens.
people take damage there from the really hard to time it perfectly, so you knock it off before you land.
Yeah, it's just hard to trust sometimes. Just you can charge the rocket pretty early. All right, now Denial's leaving.
You see Tanuki, so Denial clicks to rocket. So Denial did go into Bianco 4.
All right, now we'll
Tanuki
get to
is
see how
opening
far
up.
behind Denial is.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Denial did Bianco 4 after Rico 3 or before. Just based on the timing of the stream, I feel like Denial may have gone to Bianco 4 and his stream is just very delayed. Meanwhile, Tanuki is in Gelato, has not gotten the Rico hidden yet.
That we know of.
Well, if he got it, he would have clicked it. So,
oh, that's true. I'm just gonna type a thing that says, "Please don't delay goals," because we're behind and all that.
yeah. So Denial is doing Bianco 3R with the rocket. So I think Denial's stream is a little more caught up now. Although it's still probably a solid 30 seconds to a minute behind. Just looking at the bingo sync clock. We see Tanuki. Tanuki is getting some blues in Gelato. Interestingly, getting the linked pair. which was in Denial's draft.
Yeah, but it's not my favorite linked pair to do, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, at least he's not going for the
The
two
fish.
bluebirds or the fish.
Two bluebirds would actually probably be fine, I would say. There are 7 bluebirds on the card. You gotta get them eventually.
Yeah, it's just they can be a time sink if you don't get them right.
Yeah, that's true.
They are some of the worst bluebirds in the game. Those and one of the Pinot ones. But yeah, it looks like we have both streams going now, which is great.
Denial doing some bluebirds in Delfino along with some other blues here. Working towards his drafted goal of 11 Delfinos. TanookiMario. Meanwhile, Ingelato 1 traversing the sand blocks. The secret, one of my least favorites as a kid, just because the sand blocks were scary. I had legitimate nightmares about this level.
This was, I think, one of the easier secrets for me as a kid. Although that's, not necessarily saying much because all the secrets were horrible. But Tanuki, I think Tanuki should be able to get both gelato hiddens in the next 4 minutes, but it's going to be close to see what else Tanuki gets. Because as far as we can tell, Tanuki's probably not going to get 8 episodes. Doesn't have Rico hidden yet.
TanookiMario could be Pasueto delaying the Rico hidden, just going back at the end of the draft period to do it.
That's true.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Denial has Rico hidden. I think I remember them in there with the rocket.
That was Bianco.
Oh, that was Bianco. Okay.
Yeah, that was Bianco 3R for the second rocket.
Gotcha.
Denial is having a little bit of a hard time with this jelly skip.
Yeah, that jelly skip's a scam. I hate it. It's okay. Plenty of blue coins, though, in Delfino.
Yeah. Although I think when you're doing 11 without the jelly skips, do you have to do a Fruit Lady?
I don't think so. I think... At least I honestly... I don't remember. I played an invasion match today. I was just praying I didn't have to do 11 Delfinos right off the bat. So that's where I'm at with my bingo knowledge right now. I'm still getting back into the swing of things.
That's fair. You definitely have to get the sewer. All the sewer. Yeah, Tanuki is finishing out Gelato 1R. As long as the bluebirds don't totally troll him if he goes for them, Tanuki should be able to click 2 gelato hiddens in the next 2 minutes. Dial's going for another jelly skip. We'll see.
You know what? Because I always go for this jelly skip instead of the other one. That's why I don't do that one.
This one's a little... It's kind of like you're doing... Oh. Denial at least has a memory card, so he can save and quit here.
Yeah, you gotta just hit reset because you can't exit area like you can on practice codes in the Delfino Plaza area.
Yeah, and it takes a little while to die there. Unfortunately, when Denial Z-menued, I didn't see how many blues he had, so I'm not sure how many he has left. But he's got to be pretty close.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked Denial doesn't have it. Oh, because he doesn't have this bird.
So Tanuki is going to go for the Bluebirds here. Unfortunately, one flies away.
All right. Do you want to unclick blue or pink?
I'll unclick blue.
All right, I'll unclick pink then. All right, jelly skip 2, attempt 2. This is 2, right?
This is more than that.
All right.
Denial does have 11 Delfinos now. And Tanuki's about to get Gelato hidden. And Tanuki, if Tanuki gets this and trades in, Tanuki can get to Pinna. Although, I think as we discussed, there's not a huge incentive to get to Pinna right away.
Tanuki could steal links, right? Because that was a denial drafted goal.
Yeah. Tanuki at least has the one in Gelato. I don't know if Tanuki got the Delfino, Bianco, or Rico ones. Unfortunately, though, this Bluebird
all you need is the Bianco one.
Trolling a little bit. But yeah, Tanuki. So Denial either needs a shine or 2 blues to be able to trade in to Pinna. Tanuki can trade in right after this. And,
all right, and there's the click.
Yeah, I imagine Denial's going to go grab the birds at least, and maybe the link as well.
This is one of my favorite parts of the draft game mode variant. It's you got goals like Rico hidden that are left up. You can assume that each player has progress to it. In Denial's case, he's telegraphed that he has progress towards Rico hidden shine and has it open. And so the question becomes, how long do you leave that goal up? It might distract you from making progress in other places, but at the end of the day, clicks are really good in this game. You do need 13 of those to win.
Yeah, I do think Tanuki is going to try and get 5 links in Pinna. We see Denial grabbing the enemy and the links, and I bet we're going to see Denial go for the Bluebird. So this could actually be a good steal for Tanuki.
I agree.
If they rush,
100%.
They're probably going to win it. But Tanuki is going back into Rico.
Yeah, they need one more shine to get to 10. Might as well do Rico 2H to finish that up. And
yeah, unfortunately though, this might cost Tanuki the goal. It really just depends on how long the birds take for Denial.
For sure.
Because Tanuki could have traded in and gone to Pinna.
It would have been faster actually to do something like Underbell. The trading text box is surprisingly long. But yeah, Tanuki could have done something faster.
Tanuki is going to try and grab this blue again. And got it this time. And Denial is definitely getting trolled by the Bluebird. So this is leaving an opening for Tanuki to go in and steal at least the 5 linked. I don't know what Tanuki's progress is on 7 enemies. I know Tanuki at least got the 1 in Gelato, but I don't know if Tanuki got any other ones.
Yeah, because we know Tanuki did up to Rico 3. We didn't know that previously. So they could have gotten some enemies in Rico 3. But yeah, we don't know exactly how many.
Yeah, but to get... Tanuki still would have had to get enemies in Bianco to be able to get 7.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Alright.
we should see Tanuki go straight for Pinna here.
Ooh, Fire Pianta.
Fire Pianta.
You'll
Any
love
Fire
to see
Pianta
it.
fans in the chat? I am curious to know what Denial is going for now.
Yeah, I wonder what's going through Denial's mind, seeing, Rico hitting get clicked. That's not a delay because it is a drafted goal. And so Denial's going to go back into Rico. Interesting. This could be a play for enemies. So we could see those two drafted goals get traded.
Yeah. Someone in the chat's asking about episode chimes. I don't know. I think it may be 5 or 6 each. Tanuki has 6. Tanuki did Rico 1 through 3, Gelato 1, Bianco 3 and 4. Denial did Rico 1 through 3, Bianco 2 and 3. I don't know if Denial did any others. We know Denial's in Rico 4 getting the enemies right now. While Tanuki is getting this M. Oh, did I say Bianco 3 and 4? I meant 2 and 3. It's a Friday night. Numbers are hard.
Yeah, let's just sit back and watch some bingo. Who cares about the numbers? I just want to see some pretty colors fill up a board.
Yeah. So Denial
like
does not have Gelato 1. Denial only did Gelato hit.
I do like what Tanuki's doing. They thought about, getting some of the blues that weren't links, but it looks like they're just rushing for the links, which I think is the correct play in this situation.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully.
Yes.
There we go.
That's always an annoying one. It's not too tight, but if you have like one bonk or so, it starts to get pretty tight. Denial is going around getting some extra blues here in Rico, closing on that 45 total mark at the top of column 3 that we see there, the first blues total of the game.
And we're going to see Tanuki go up for... I assume we're going to see Tanuki go up. Because I don't think that's... Yeah.
Oh, Denial. Rico 4 claims another life. Luckily, not racing, so that's fun.
Yeah. Rico 4 is a hard secret. Whether you're taking it fast or slow, it's a tough one. Ooh. Another rough bomb.
So one of the byproducts of Denial getting stuck in the jelly skip thing is they did gain 1 extra life from saving and quitting. So, they would be at 0 lives if not for that little mishap.
Yeah. Well, again, if Denial gets down to 0, Denial will save.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying, Denial should have already had to have saved, but, a little byproduct of getting stuck in the jelly.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where Tanuki's going to go from here. I do think a 3 from 4 play is not the worst idea. I don't know
and pursuing that in Pinna. Well, doing that in Pinna gets you another secret, and it does get you another red coin shine, because whether you do the hidden, which works towards hiddens as well, or you do Pinna 3, you're getting a red coin shine done as well as a part of your 3 from 4, and you work towards Yoshi for stuff like butterfly, and
Tanuki was going for the bluebird. I don't know if he's just gonna go do mecha.
Yeah, that bird you gotta do at the start, otherwise you're just gonna have a terrible time.
Yeah, so we are gonna see Denial clean up 7 enemy blues here. Again, I think given that there's 5 reds and 4 secrets, Denial will probably do Pinna 1 and 2. And Denial's next episode will be 8 episodes.
Oh, this is for 8 episodes. Okay.
Actually, no. Denial's next one will be 7. Because Denial
interesting.
did not do Gelato 1.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I keep forgetting about that. And sorry, just looking at the card, I see 6 pipes, and I don't think anyone's done a pipe yet. So we did talk about late Pianta being kind of good, and you know, no one's really looked that way at all.
Yeah. Tanuki did get one of the regrabs, unfortunately shot it back trying to get the regrab again.
Oh, we've all been there.
Mecha is one of those shines that as a new player is really challenging.
Yeah, because it's like Eel in the sense that it's not like the rest of the game at all, and so you just gotta learn the quirks of how to do it. And it's definitely easier than Eel, but it's not fun at the beginning. And there we see the 7 enemy blues clicked by Denial. As well as 45 totals. Denial making sure they get a good water slide in there, so they don't have to watch the cutscene or accidentally re-enter the park, which we don't want to see, because that's just sad. Alright, I don't know exactly how many hits TanookiMario has, but
yeah, his health is getting low. I'm a little worried for him there.
they do seem to be aware of the bullet bills coming their way, because that one he did shoot down that just came over the crest of that hill. Alright, both players in the mecha fight.
Yeah, this slow mecha. There we go. Tanuki gets it. I think Tanuki got the cutscene skip.
I think they did, yeah.
Unfortunately, though, I think if they both go into Pinna 2, this is going to be a really close 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And I mean, with Denial's speed advantage, I think Denial probably has the advantage. The only positive here is, because of the cycles in Pinna 2 Secret, some speed advantage is negated.
For sure. And it's unfortunate to see Tanuki struggle so much on the Mecha Bowser fight, but I'd say it helped even out, Denial struggles in Rico 4. So from that standpoint, I would say it's just, the water finding its level. But it's still unfortunate. Now we got ourselves a race.
Yeah. Oh, and Tanuki misses Mole Skip.
Yeah, not getting Mole Skip is super unfortunate.
Yeah, and Tanuki's just going for
Mole
the
Skip.
kill. Yeah. Which is, it's unfortunate because Tanuki definitely had the lead to 8 episodes. Unfortunately, just Mecha was really punishing, unfortunately, which Mecha can do that.
I know the most frustrating for me whenever I watch or play bingo is when I feel like I can make the right calls, but my gameplay lets me down. So I definitely resonate with what's happening on the right side of the screen there. But yeah, we see Denial clicking off 8 episodes, taking a 5-3 lead. Responding to Tanuki's 3 clicks in a row with 3 clicks of their own, and taking back the lead.
Yeah. Ooh, and a rough death for Tanuki. Now I'm wondering, are we seeing Denial? Is Denial going to Gelato again?
Yeah, I think this is to help clean up secrets, as
Oh yeah,
as well as some 3 from 4 progress.
yeah, because this will be 4 secrets.
Yeah, so they'll get secrets. They'll get access to another hidden and red coin as well. And if they do the hidden, which I would assume they would want to, it would get them closer to that red coin goal.
Yeah, I think there's definitely good reason to do both the secret and the hidden.
All right, Tanuki, waiting for the platforms to reappear.
As long as he doesn't have a weird, unfortunate bonk, he should have this.
Denial is schmooving through Gelato 1 right now.
Yeah. I thought he was going to bonk there. So,
No, remember the first rule of sand blocks. They are jank.
is the second rule of sandblocks don't talk about sandblocks?
Something like that, yeah. Because no one really wants to talk about sand blocks. They're, as I said earlier, nightmare fuel.
Yeah, so Tanuki's going... This is going to be Tanuki's 4th hidden, but this is going to be a race. And I think Gelato... I don't know... If Tanuki gets Mole Skip, Tanuki could win this. But I think Denial is probably going to now.
Yeah, not even going for mole skip this time, which I
And
think is
this will
fair.
be... I actually don't know. This will be Denial's 3rd hidden. I don't think it'll be his 4th, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I
So I
agree.
think Denial got... This will be the second Gelato one, and he got Bianco 3R.
Yup. Math checks out there.
So this should be a Tanuki goal, absent, a disaster of some kind. I think
Right, collecting the
Pin a
red
2R
coins.
is relatively forgiving.
With the hover nozzle, it is, I would say, very forgiving because your hover should last long enough for a platform to appear under you.
Yeah.
But hoverless, it can be a little bit of a doozy. See, Denial gets his 8th coin. Tanuki sitting at 6, navigating these bouncy pads. Looking good on time still.
Yeah. And with Denial not clicking that is definitely... Oh, this...
Oh my god. That was... Uh-oh. Is this going to kill his hover?
I don't know.
Oh, but there's platform. There's ground below him. He's fine. You know, that could have been way worse.
Yeah.
he at least got the shine to spawn. I forgot there was ground below. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I was really worried for Tanuki there. See, Denial is probably going for 2R now. Maybe that click is going to change his mind and have him go to Pin a 3.
Yeah, luckily Denial saw that click with enough time to make the call to go to 3 instead, because at this point, Pin a 3 I think is better for just setting up for things.
Yeah, it's
And there are
another
still
red
6
and
hiddens.
gets you closer to the Yoshi for Butterfly.
Yeah, and there's still like 6 hiddens on the card, but I mean, I think at this point I'd rather take progress towards the Yoshi than progress towards 6 hiddens.
Yeah, we're seeing Tanuki now go back into Bianco. I think Tanuki may just be making a deep Bianco play here. Although Bianco 4 will be trying to think how many reds.
Let's think through this.
I think this is the 3rd.
I think so, yeah.
Because Tanuki
Or are we
did...
going for the hidden? I think Tanuki's looking for the hidden.
Okay.
Now, I for the same reason I would prefer doing Pinna 3, I would also prefer doing Bianco 4. Just progress in Bianco is fairly strong for Bianco Shadow Mario and Butterfly and 7 Bluebirds, and so you can always come back and do this hidden in whatever level you want. But I think having the lead in Bianco, especially as a solo player, will pay dividends towards the end of the match.
Yeah, and doing 4 before 3R also does get quicker access to the 2 NPCs, which 5 NPCs nobody's really targeting, but it's on the card.
And there's the 3 from 4 click. This actually would have been Tanuki's 3 from 4 as well, wouldn't it? So a little bit of a snipe there as well. So a lot of goals just very, very closely contested.
Yeah, I think if Tanuki had had a better time with Mecha, 3 from 4 might have been their goal.
Oh, okay, clutch ledge grab there.
Oh,
Okay. Tanuki
the
is
hitboxes
actually...
on those blocks are very messed up from every bingo match I've watched.
Wait, just those blocks? What about everything else in this game?
I mean, you're not wrong,
Yeah.
but those blocks especially.
No, I know.
Like, Tanuki going and landing on top of it, that's not always a reliable strategy.
No, for sure. The blocks definitely should not be trusted.
Now Tanuki's thinking and trying to figure out where to go. And yeah, I don't necessarily blame him for not being sure.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And it looks like going back in Bianco for that Bianco 4, which I still think it's a good time to do Bianco 4.
It'll be 4 reds. It opens up faster NPC progress.
You open up Bianco 500s, which is a boss shine Kipo.
Yeah. And, you know, I've, like, Tanuki only started playing SMS within the last month. For anyone who doesn't know. So, like, for Tanuki's, 3rd or 4th bingo match plus a few scrims, like, I have to say Tanuki is making some smart calls and I think playing well considering, like, how little experience he has with the game.
Oh, I agree 100%. They definitely look like a bingo veteran with how the decisions they're making. Okay, Denial is trying to figure out where to go. Oh, Denial's looking for gold birds, it looks like. So. How many shines is Denial at?
I'll see in about a minute.
Pretty clean kill on that gold bird as well. TanookiMario also didn't do too bad there on Bianco 4. Although grabbing the shine sometimes can cause you to bonk and fall and cry. So let's not crown TanookiMario yet.
Yeah, I think that the big thing is just don't dive off the platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Goldberg is going to get denial. Inoki is going to get denial, I think. Their 4th hidden. You know, Tanuki's at 5 hiddens now. And yeah, Denial has 20 shines. Tanuki's still not totally sure where to go.
This might be a play for Rico 4R. Okay, no, not exactly. Looks like Pinna 3 for some more reds.
Yeah, this will be 5 reds.
I would have liked to see this in Pinna or Rico 4R. Just because actually no, this isn't too bad because you do get progress towards Yoshi, I guess. For Butterfly. So I guess there's reasons for both.
Yeah, and they are... Tanuki, I think, now is ahead in Bianco, because I don't think Denial took Bianco 4.
Yes.
Yeah, and Mason, this is the 5th red for Tanuki, because Tanuki did Pinna 2R, Bianco 3R, Gelato 1R, Bianco 4.
Right, Denial navigating the runes to reach the bounce pad up to the gold bird.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Denial, this will be 5 hidden. I'm kind of wondering what the 5th hidden will be.
I think Denial's got to have something open, like Pinna 2 to go do.
Yeah, Pinna 2R is open. There we go. Tanuki was having a little bit of a rough time with that red, which, if you don't spin jump just right off that platform, you're not going to get enough height.
I think the one play you could see from Denial is instead of going to Pinna, you could go and do, say, a Rico 4R for your last hidden, and then transition that into Rico 500s, because that's a Rico 100 and 100 in a boss shine. So
Yeah.
I think you're reaching the point in the match where doing that would be a good call, and I would start thinking about that if I were Denial.
Yeah, although as chat pointed out, Denial actually only has 4 hidden.
Oh, is this only 4? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Denial
Well,
did... Yeah, because Denial didn't do Rico 2 hidden or Pinna 2 reds.
oh, you're right.
So...
Man, 6 is such a big number. Can we ban the number 6? Like, just make it TanookiMario65537 because we banned that number. I don't know. That was a lame joke.
Okay, we all have our moment.
We all fall flat on our face.
Wow, Denial. Oh, Denial's got to be doing the NPCs. That's.
Oh yeah, that's right. NPCs.
That's got to be the only reason to enter Serena 1.
Well, you could also just transition this into hundreds in a boss episode. It's really not that slow, although those coins are going to despawn. So
yeah, he's not.
Gotta be careful.
There we go. Denial got that. That bird. Denial has both Pinna birds, both Gelato bird. I don't know, or Tanuki. I don't know if Tanuki has both Delfino birds, but you know, whoever gets to Bianco 6 first will have it. But I do think Tanuki is going to have to go back to Bianco 5 as soon as he finishes off.
We do see Denial dipping back into Bianco. This is actually looking like a bit of a race for red coins. I don't know what Denial's at, but I think, is this 5 for Denial as well?
Denial has Gelato 1R,
Bianco
3R,
Pinna
3,
and I guess this is their 4th then, isn't it? Or did I just count wrong?
Yeah, I'm not thinking of another red. Tanuki. Oh, Denial did Rico 4R.
Okay, so yeah, Tanuki's got to finish this stat, which I don't know if they're going to be able to. Looking like a little bit of a sad snipe here. Or a happy one if you're Denial. Tanuki on the underside there.
Are you sure that he did Rico 4R?
I don't know if he did Rico 4R.
Only did Rico 3 regular. And he's not clicking 5 reds, so
well,
I don't think Denial thinks he got his 5th.
Well, Tanuki definitely has 5, so regardless, it doesn't matter at this point. 5 red coins has been clicked off by Tanuki.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Tanuki, if Tanuki goes to Bianco, which I think is the play you kind of have to make here, he's going to be behind.
Yeah.
And I still don't know for sure if he got both of the Delfino birds.
The Denial is taking this opportunity to get some more NPCs here. He needs one more after this, which is right down here across the river. And that'll be 5 NPCs. Cannot be delayed because it is a drafted goal, and Denial clicks it promptly.
I'm trying to figure out what Tanuki is going for now. Is Tanuki trying to get the birds here? I think that's...
Yeah, birds look to be the case for Tanuki.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think just because Denial has the lead in Bianco 5, Denial is going to take that.
Yeah, it's looking like Denial should win birds, Bianco, Shadow Mario, Butterfly. I'm still surprised no one's looking towards Rico hundreds plus hundreds in a boss episode, because Rico 500s is a pretty good episode to do that in.
Yeah, well, Tanuki would have to do Rico 4.
Oh, that's also true. Okay, well, for
I
Denial,
think we see Tanuki trying to get Tanuki for Goldberg for 6 hits.
oh, okay.
Yeah, Denial is much closer to 60 totals.
And honestly, the second PD fight is not a bad place to go if you need blues and you have a reason to be doing PD2. It's a slow episode, but when you can do blues in the middle of the fight, it turns into something that's really not that bad, because you're working on 2 things at once.
Yeah, the second PD fight in 120 Shines is a lot better in terms of just the RNG, because you're able to go collect blues.
It's actually a pretty rewarding level, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think we're definitely going to see Tanuki go and trade in Tanuki and get Goldberg. That's the only thing I can think of that would be what he's going for, trying to get in there.
Alright, this is the last hit for Denial. I'd be curious to see how many more blues he goes for before collecting the shine, because there's a few more blues in the village to clean up around here.
That's 60, because Denial traded 40 already.
Oh, is that 60? Is that the last click? Is there not a 70s?
Yeah.
I thought it was 70.
No, it's 60.
Oh, okay, so never mind. Denial's good.
Yeah, and I think Denial also is now at 25 shine, so Denial's clearly in the lead for 26 here. Denial should be able to get the Bluebird. And then it's just a question of what else Denial does to close this out, which I assume is going to be Bianco Shadow Mario, but...
Okay, so it looks like just a quick little Delfino shine just to get 1 extra and secure 26. Not to let that get out of hand, which I think is a fair call.
Yeah, you don't have a good sense of how many shines Tanuki has, and so you might actually think this is a race.
Yeah, you know Tanuki's a slower player, but you yourself have, had a fair amount of deaths. So you just did do one of the slower shines in the game, so you really don't have a good gauge of where Tanuki could be. But you do see 6 hiddens get clicked if you're Denial by Tanuki.
Yeah, and Denial's not clicking 26 shines. There we go.
Now it gets clicked.
Yeah.
Okay, Denial.
Is Denial going to finish this off? Rico 500s?
Yeah. This is a strong play. I would like to see it earlier, because now it makes sense for Tanuki to go to Rico to do the 100 coin shine, just because it's a very logical place to end your game at.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Tanuki, Tanuki can only do this in Rico 1,
Mm-hmm.
which is what he's going to do. But Rico 500 is faster than Rico 1.
It definitely is faster. So
I
grabbing
think,
that
again, like,
blooper, I don't
Tanuki
think
had the
it's
right
running out.
idea here, which is that this is a strong double click.
Oh yeah, especially because that is what you need to be doing to not lose the game if you're Tanuki. So yeah, Tanuki definitely had the right idea.
This is not a Rico 100 Drake Schmidt, because Denial's in Rico 5. Yeah, I don't know if Denial got both of the pinup birds.
I'm not sure.
But even so, this is a double click, and yeah, I mean, I think Tanuki had a really solid plan through the game,
Oh,
through
I
the
agree.
match, and Tanuki is the slower player, and I think that's and the less experienced player, and I think like that's ultimately what ended up hurting him.
Yeah, this is my first time watching a Tanuki match. I've heard some good things about them, and just as a newer player, it's fun to see new people playing, and it'll be fun to see what they can do throughout the rest of the season to improve. Although both players kind of struggling on this Rico hundreds, but maybe
The
we
wind
should be-
spirits are bold. I've
Yeah,
gotta
that's
say.
why I've practiced this Rico 100s a lot, just because I hate the wind spirit. That's a good strat what Tanuki did, just to play it safe. You wait for the wind spirit to charge, and then do your side flip up to the girder, so that way the spirit's gone.
I kind of my thoughts on Tanuki. At the beginning of season 1 of the Bingo League, if everyone remembers, Modest Tomato did not have a lot of experience with SMS, and by the end of that season, Tomato was doing pretty well. Had figured out Bingo, had gotten a little better at the game, and now Tomato's even better. And I mean, I could see that kind of thing. I don't think maybe the first match you could have not taken Tanuki that seriously, but I don't think you can do that anymore.
No, I agree. Tanuki, once they clean up their gameplay, they'll be a very strong player. Man, Denial just avoided the blue underwater there, and I was like, wait a second, you can't avoid a blue. It's like, never mind. You really don't have any reason for blues anymore in this bingo.
I see JJ's in the chat before the next match between Vermato and JJ, which, if you're here, that's going to be a really good one. Again, last year's winner versus last year's runner-up last season.
2 top-ranked players, I think, still in ELO.
Yeah. So Denial has had the lead and is doing this a little faster than Tanuki. There's not a lot to say at this point. It's just once Denial gets the shine, it's a double click. So yes, we're here. Episode 5 is also a boss episode.
And Tanuki learning that the wall sucks and is a scam. Very annoying to get all the coins out of the wall, all 6.
Yeah, I always assumed the backflip spam spray is just to throw as much water out at it as possible, because it's a pain. And I don't know how many times I've seen people get like 4 or 5 to 6.
I don't know what coins Denial's exactly missing. I know there's some coins under the blooper fight that are pretty nifty. Oh, there's 2 right there.
Oh,
Oh no.
I still don't think this is enough for Tanuki to make it up, but maybe if the wind spirits and rockets are being really uncooperative.
Yeah, I would say if Denial got knocked down a couple more times, which I've seen it happen to people in like 120 runs when they get tilted, or even like 96 or something, just get tilted by the wind spirits. You know, it can take a little bit to calm yourself down, but
And there's the
Denial
double click.
with the
So
rocket swag shine grab. GG's indeed. Um, that match was a lot closer, I feel like, than the score shows, though. A lot of really closely contested goals.
yeah, I'm gonna see if they want to do an interview. I think we're switching to the other channel, so we do have a little bit of time.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, so Denial's gonna hop in, and then I think Tanuki a little bit.
Yes. Um, I've seen many worse bingo matches than this, so I enjoyed that one for sure.
I remember a classic in the Plankton Invitational final.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, GG's
denial.
Denial.
GG.
You know, you overcame your struggles in Rico 4 and pulled that one out. So GG's
Yeah,
and well
just
played.
about. Thank you. It was kind of fitting. The match ended how it started with me falling off the crane in Rico.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Actually, those wind spirits, they take no, they don't take it easy on anyone.
No.
Yeah, Tanuki said they'll join in a minute, but man,
I wanna ask you about the draft. I'm trying to remember
oh yeah,
what you
good call.
drafted now.
Yeah,
Um, there's one oh yeah. So I remember when we saw you click this, the Rico hundreds instead of 5 NPCs.
yeah,
Um,
I'd forgotten about 5 NPCs being on the card at that point.
okay. GG's Tanuki.
GG.
Yeah, that was a fun match. GG's.
Oh,
Oh,
we lost him,
oh, welcome back.
and Tanuki's back.
Yeah, so the score ended up being 13-6, but it was honestly it felt like a lot closer of a match because there were some goals that just felt close. 3 from 4 was pretty close. 8 episodes was pretty close. Um, there were some other goals that were really
Yeah.
close as well.
Four
Can't remember.
Secrets was
Four
sort of
Secrets.
a
Yeah.
snipe. I had
Yeah,
just
I
unlocked
expected that to
Blooper
be.
and I just unlocked Blooper in Rico 100s.
Uh
Yeah,
yeah, that would have been a
go
that
ahead,
would have been a
Denial.
good steal.
Yeah, because like I saw that you had 11 goals, and I was like, oh well, this is the obvious thing to finish it off because it's 2 goals at once.
Yes. Yeah, I think I had a slight advantage because I was doing it in 5, so that should be a bit quicker.
Yeah, I didn't have 5 open, nor do I know it in 5 anyway. So
There.
Yeah, and I think, Tanuki, the one of the places where I think it just um unfortunately NECA was a little rough, and that
yeah,
probably um you had a pretty huge lead going into Pinna and a pretty big lead, I think, to 8 episodes and
yeah.
4
I
secret
think
and
if
3
I
from
had
4.
even an average mecha, I think I win 3 from 4, 4 secrets, and 8 episodes. My plan was to do Rico 4 after Pinna 2.
Gotcha.
Because Pinna 2 was going to be my 8th episode, Rico 4 was going to be my 4th secret, and then I was going to come back, do Pinna 2 Reds like I did for 4 Hiddens, and then go to Bianco for 4 from 3.
No, I like that thought process. Yeah, be able to chain together some stuff for some good clicks in the mid game there. Just you know, sometimes you can't help it when the gameplay lets you down, though,
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been there. I've been there a lot.
Yeah, that mecha was very sad.
Yeah. So Tanuki, with your draft, I think it was bad, but I think there were like some things I would have liked to see better out of your pick. Like I think in your first couple picks, you should have picked 11 Delfino Blues because that's a pretty it's just
Yeah,
a
I
really strong
realized.
roll no matter what.
Yeah, I realized that when it got clicked, I didn't even see that it was on the card until Denial drafted it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Uh yeah, that happens sometimes. But yeah, your draft wasn't too bad. I thought neither draft was bad. But getting 11 Delfinos I think would have made your draft a lot stronger. But not
Yeah,
seeing
even
it,
like with
that happens.
NPCs, because you can do a couple of fruit ladies with it, and then
True.
yeah, go from there.
Do y'all have any questions about the match of where the opponent was at certain points and how you were reading the game and how are you reading certain clicks?
Um, where were your 4 secrets? Was that Rico 4, Bianco 3, Pinna 2, and Gelato
Yeah,
1?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised that no one thought about taking a plunge into Pianta. Um, you know, you can do some fast episodes there and
Mm.
get to
Yeah,
NPCs, open up Butterfly, potentially, you know, another Bluebird, the Bluebird there as well. There's the Shadow Mario goal there as well too. So
I think
yeah,
I
if
that
thought,
if
was.
I if I get sniped to Rico 100, I probably either go do Pianta 100 um or just go get the bird and then start doing Pianta until hopefully I win one of those.
well, you had a
Yeah,
pretty substantial lead in Pinna or Bianco.
Mm. The
So
Pianta's basically 3 goals for me,
that's
if
true.
like potentially.
how
I,
far did
I
you get in Bianco? Did you do PD2?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was setting up for the bird just in case.
yeah, and Tanuki, you did have the lead in Bianco for a little bit. I forget where you went, but Denial went in and did Bianco. I think, oh, you were doing Pinna 3 and having a little bit of trouble there with the birds, and
Yeah.
Denial did Bianco 4 and 5 while you were there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about the bird at the entrance both times I went into the park.
Oh yeah, that one. It just honestly just do it every time in Pinna 1 because it's very quick and
Yeah.
easy. And if you don't do it at the beginning, it just becomes a pain in the butt. That would be my one
Yeah.
tip for that bird. Just always do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, like I saw the Pianta play, but kind of same as Denial, it seemed to not get me too much until the end. Like my plan was to go there after Rico hundreds.
That would have been a
Yeah, I
fun
think
race.
the thing we talked about is the Deep Bianco and Deep Pianta plays
Yeah.
both sort of got you similar things.
Yeah, because like I guess Bianco has 2 secrets and hiddens earlier, but there wasn't a whole lot that really distinguished the two. I guess the reds as well.
I see
Because
Floha
like
jumping in.
Yeah,
I assume he wants to go host Sunshine Community.
yeah, we're
Since
we're
the
gonna
next
be
day.
rating Sunshine Community for JJ versus Rimato. But keep in mind that if you enjoy all kinds of bingo content, not only Sunshine, then do make sure to give the Bingothon channel a follow and also follow us on Twitter or join our Discord. For you, there you get all the information on all kinds of bingo stuff. And I can promise you, I'll let you in on a little secret. We've got some stuff planned, some new games. It's all gonna be very hype, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, we're gonna be rating Sunshine Community. Thank you all for watching. I hope you will have a wonderful day, evening, or wherever you are. And yeah, have fun with the next matches. Right, rate is done.
Thank you, Devil, for just apparently being a part of all the matches I was a part of today. And
Yeah.
I guess Floha too.
Yeah, I just took over the matches. Someone's gotta do the thing.
No, I appreciate it, Floha. I appreciate all the restreamers.
Yeah. We always appreciate free streamers.
They
And
definitely are very unnoticed, like people who we couldn't do this without.
yeah, unfortunately, you guys only get noticed when things are going, which is not fair.
Yeah.